Today we're going to discuss the topic of how we can build key performance indicators that are specific to our organization without having access to benchmark reports. So because business services are unique to each organization, at least the critical business services, and yes, there is some overlap. Some companies share critical business services, but for the most part, companies have their own unique critical business services. Well, what we want to do is use a technique called an XMR chart that will allow us to see if a particular service is under control. Okay, so we're going to be using our IT operations BI application today, and we're going to be looking at events that occur in production, which you can see here we have 662,000, and then we want to do a filter of one specific service. We'll pick our critical business service, in this case, the auction network. And then we're going to choose the month as the row label, so we can see those. And for our column label, we're going to put the service name just so you can see it. And we're going to remove the grand total here. That's not particularly helpful. So we're just going to turn off our grand totals. Okay, so now we have our business service, the amount of events that occur in production each month, and we can take this information and put it into our control chart. So we're going to use our XMR dashboard. We've got a data sheet here that we need to populate information into. That is the one manual step. And so we're going to take our production events by month. This could be critical events as well. Okay, put that into our dashboard. We will need to set our lower specification limit to 0 because you can never have 0 events. So now again we have our month that the production event occurred in. We have our business service. And so we can hit refresh chart, and now we can look at, there we are. We can look at our business services and determine if it's under control. As we can see here, the average is 566. We're going to use that number as a starting point for our key performance indicator. We could use median as well. We'll show you how to use descriptive statistics. There's a button click in order to get that. And we see at a glance here whether or not we are in control. Okay, so we're going to look at that. We're going to take that number, the average, and put it back into our conditional formatting over here to highlight those months which are a concern to us. So we'll use highlight cells rules greater than 566. And there we go. Now we've got at a glance a number that we can use to determine which months I might want to further explore into. So as an example, I might want to look at the owner of those particular events, the operator that's working in the network operations center. I might want to look at the type of technology that was impacted, the host. Was it a router? Was it a switch? Was it a server? Was it an application? Since we're using a manager of managers here, this collects all of the events from all of the different systems, in this case SCOM and SolarWinds and Patrol, BMC Patrol, rolling up into a manager of managers. So that's in less than 5 minutes, a quick way to get a baseline of how a particular business service is performing, determine whether it's in control, and set some initial key performance indicators for unique business services. Thank you for your time, and let us know if you have any additional questions.